the influential digital subcultures. And first, since we're talking about basketball, let me show you a video of one of our favorite alumnus from the university.
I used to dream of driving my own car, moving into my own house, and having my own business. Now, I stopped dreaming because I realized madali lang pala to own it.
Ada, we're not seeing a video. It's like frozen. I don't know if it's just me or we're seeing a static picture.
I'll try again, sir.
So
is it showing?
I see a screen, Chris Q, Sterling Bank of Asia, but
I'll try again, sir.
I used to dream of driving my own car.
Can you view it, sir? Or is it frozen?
We can hear the sound, but we don't see the video moving. So that's Murphy's Law again. When you just say there's no issue.
I'll try again, sir.
And having my own business.
Is it moving now?
No, it's not.
No.
Anyway, we know Chris Q is from Ateneo, professional player. 28 seconds missed. That's fine, Ada. Yes.
Okay, sir. Anyway, this is one of the earlier campaigns of Sterling Bank of Asia, where I work. So I'll just start. Can you see the PowerPoint presentation, sir?
We're still on the YouTube page.
Okay, there. How about that?
We can see your mouse moving around the YouTube page, but we're not seeing the PowerPoint.
I can just start sharing.
Share again. Yes. And maybe share the entire screen. Maybe that's why, maybe you shared. Yeah, we can see the PowerPoint now.
Okay. Can you see it now?
Yes, and make it slideshow.
There.
Yes.
Okay. So I showed that video because I will be discussing the influential digital subcultures in relation to my current workplace, which is the Sterling Bank of Asia. The earlier campaign, which unfortunately I wasn't able to show the entire video, features Chris Q, and the strapline for that campaign is "This is my bank." It's one of the earlier straplines that we use that we are still currently adopting or using. So when Chris Q actually says "This is my bank," it's quite literal because they own a large part of the bank where I'm working. So this is the outline of my presentation. First, I'd start with a background of quick background on where the company is placed in the entire industry, and then I'll go straight to the reflection questions and answers, and I will just embed the discussion of the concepts in chapter 3 through those reflection Q&A, and then we'll have maybe a short game or quiz where I'll give prizes. So as a quick background, the Sterling Bank of Asia is a savings bank, and among the top savings bank in the Philippines, it is currently ranked number 7 based on total assets. If you notice, among this list, most of the top savings banks are usually backed up or subsidiaries of universal banks or the larger banks. We're in Sterling Bank of Asia is and is not a subsidiary of one of those banks. Okay. So we're on our 11th year of operation. We have 47 branches in the Philippines and cater mostly to small and medium enterprises. Our business segments are retail banking, commercial lending, consumer lending, trust, and treasury. Okay, so how are these concepts in chapter 3 applicable to savings banks or maybe banks in general? At least from the point of view of where I stand, this is how we can, apply it, look at it. So in chapter 3, there are three main subcultures that are discussed. First is the young market or the youth, or for the mind share, and then women for heart share, and then the netizens. Women for market share and netizens for heart share. Why should we focus on the youth as an influential digital subculture? Um, at least for our company, since we cater mostly to small, medium enterprises and individual clients, it is good to tap the youth in promoting our products. So the youth are said to be early adopters, trendsetters, and game changers. So if you're able to tap that market, the spread of information about your company will be exponential or easier. Also, they have access and interest in digital platforms and social media. And so I do remember when I resigned from my previous work. It's a universal bank. When I said that I was resigning and transferring to Sterling, my former boss told me that asked me if it's Sterling Paper Corporation. So right now, the recall or the presence of the bank is not that wide that even a boss from another bank recalls first another corporation in another industry when I mentioned that I'm going to Sterling. So I think it's good to reconsider maybe enhancing our digital presence, especially with these three subcultures. When we speak of subculture, by the way, it is called subculture because they have different characteristics compared to the culture in general or to the other subcultures. Um, for example, the youth have some characteristics which are not similar to women, and the women have characteristics which are different from the entire netizen or world of netizens. So on the question of how can your business acquire greater mind share by leveraging youth's roles of early adopters and trendsetters, I the keywords that I will use is to engage and collaborate. So the what I get is that the impression of the banking business right now, especially with the young people, is that banking or finance is boring, can be boring and cold. So one way to engage them would be to run a social media campaign showing how our services can be used for them to achieve their life goals. And then to collaborate with these young owners and managers of startups, projects, and businesses by organizing activities where products and services can be offered, and then consult them on how the banking experience can be improved for their purposes. We learned from earlier chapters that um, innovation has gone from vertical to horizontal, And across influential digital subcultures, it will also be applicable by uh, open up opening up venues to collaborate with these subcultures and see how bank products can be tailor fit for their needs. Currently, Sterling Bank of Asia has a Neo savings account, which are for minors. Uh, it's a savings account that they can open jointly with their parents or guardians. So that's one of the products that can be offered or marketed to this subculture. And then we have the women, also considered as an influential subculture. So the for me the strategy would be to be there as they run the world. So based on the statistics provided by the Philippine Statistics Authority, this is the distribution of class of workers based on sex, so men and women. At present, the larger or the largest number of uh, working women or work or employed women are wage and salary workers. This is from the 2016 statistics. It's over 9 million women working in wage and salary workers. There are also those who are self-employed and work or working without pay and own family-operated farm or businesses. So, given these figures, it is clear that we have a market for products or services or channels catering to women clients, either existing or potential clients. So the question that how can your business grow market share by leveraging the household influence of women? First, of course, is to be there. Um, right now, we have 47 channels or 47 branches nationwide. That's quite few since we're a savings bank. So one way to enhance this at least is to establish additional branches and digitally to widen the range of products or at least the channels of accessibility of e-money services. And then help them run the world. And by that, the company will need to send a clear message that it recognizes the roles played by women or this subculture in business and society. So one way to do that is to run a campaign showing how the value of savings is first learned at home and usually with the uh, parents, especially the mom. And then create ads that feature successful women in the three segments that can be tapped by the bank: the household managers, uh, employ employed women, or the business women. And sometimes these roles overlap. So through a digital campaign, it can be shown that the bank's products can help them in fulfilling their roles. And then how can the business identify and utilize netizens to win greater heart share? Netizens are said to be uh, social comment connectors, expressive evangelists, and content contributors. Um, Social connectors in that uh, they can help the business widen its network, expressive evangelists in a way that if they believe in their product, they can openly promote it to those within their network. And then content contributors, this would apply for bloggers, including us, since we just started blogging through this subject. And then the other social media influencers, as they call them. And so a step for the bank would be to evaluate its industry exposure and choose influencers for areas where it aims to grow. The influencers should have, knowledge of the industry where the bank would want to penetrate. For example, if the bank wants to have more clients in the F&B or food and beverage industry, it could recruit or hire bloggers from who know or foodies who know about the industry, the food and beverage industry. Could work with social media influencers like bloggers, vloggers, and those which surely has impact or following, and not just and scrutinized, since it's the use of fake accounts has been uh, proliferating recently. So to have an impact, the bank should ensure that the following or the followers of the social media influencers are like organic or real people. And then another step uh, to win this greater heart share is to improve client management on social media. And this does not just apply to the client management department, since we have that in the bank. It's an entire department who takes the calls and then the emails or of complaints and feedback from our clients. But these training or program should apply also to all employees, because when they interact or when they see feedback anywhere and on Facebook or whatever social media channel, they should know what to do, how to manage it, how to elevate it to management or to the client management department. The training will also be for them to avoid readily or immediately uh, responding without thinking through if their reply would affect the reputation of the bank. And since netizens are defined to be that group of people who are connected through digitally and through the internet, and who would want to develop the internet as a whole for the greater good, by tapping those netizens or influencers who have the reputation to be working for advocacies or the greater good, the bank could stay true to its one of its taglines or strap lines, which is banking to a different beat, and we're the bank with the heart. So there.
That
So I also
2 minutes, yeah, it's good time for the
okay.
game.
We'll have a short quiz. Can you please enter the code? Taking a while. So the code is 268138. 268138.
Repeat, please.
268138. We have five. We have Gibo, Binoy, Archie, Isabel. We're six, eight. We have 10 players. Can we already start?
Yes, please.
Okay, let's start. Only 5 questions.
Ada, I think you have to start on your screen.
Okay. I'm not able to share the screen to, but we have two correct answers. The answer is 7. Next.
Sorry, what's the question? We don't see. I don't see the question.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Same
we
You
here.
don't see
can
it
see it.
either.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think the
Just
question
pressing
doesn't appear. So anyway, we know the intent, Ada, and actually the
Okay.
20
Okay.
is
Sorry.
so yeah, maybe your final slide, just the summary.
Okay. For the summary, the bank should engage and collaborate with the young market to innovate its products and services. And then the market share can be increased by tapping into household managers, female employees, and business women to maximize use of the bank's products and services for their specific roles in business and society. And social media influencers should fit the target industries of the bank or the company. Uh, and then the social media engagement training should be improved for all employees and not just for the customer management department. So that's it. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you.
Thank you, Ada, for that again lead discussion using your actual work. No? So it's always useful to
Yeah.
see from where you are. Um, Maybe for me, for purposes of time, I think did I remember it right? 47 branches seems to be the limiting way or limiting number for you to reach your clients. Is that what you mentioned, Ada?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Since the mortar, I mean the brick and mortar is 47 branches, and so by using maybe concepts in digital marketing, it will be easier to reach our target clients and let them know, at least let them know where our branches are.
Okay. And actually, again, that's a change in mindset right there. Um, while there are 47 brick and mortar branches, you can have 1,000 Zoom classrooms or Zoom rooms where people can connect to you, and each room will be for a different subculture. In the book, it was identified that there are three key subcultures for this digital age: youth, women, and netizens, right?
netizen.
Yes,
And
sir.
the thing with subculture is if you are able to connect with them where they are and can talk their language, it's so easy for them to get your message and pass your message. Maybe just to go with the times, a subculture right now are people who are from UP or from Ateneo, right? Basketball game. Those are subcultures that if you're trying to sell a maroon T-shirt right now, it would be so easy, right? But it has to be to the right subculture. And if you
Yeah.
want to have your message go a little viral, connect with that moment right now, which is live for a week. And if you connect with that, then you're not limited by 47 branches. So, yes, physically you have 47, but you can have an unlimited number of connections to your customers without having to put in that investment or to be physically present. Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
I just yesterday my wife was telling us that in a forum, ING that's India Nancy Golf Bank
Yes.
has created the first all digital bank. When it
Mhm.
says all digital, you never have to send anything physically or be there physically, because there are hybrid digital banks where you still have to go there
Like
and
the one
sign
in
up and all that. But
the
ING
Union
was
Bank.
saying that they now have the first digital bank where everything is done online. The way you deposit to
Mhm.
the bank is you make a physical check, take a screenshot of it, a photo of it, send it to the bank, and it honors that digital picture of your check to deposit
Mhm.
to your account. And then to get money out of the account, their platform will allow you to transfer it to any bank anywhere in the world. So
Mhm.
it's
Yes, sir.
truly all digital. No physical enrollment, no thumb mark, no signature. Uh, and again, they're not limited by the fact that they have, I don't know, they have no, not a single branch
They have one in
physically.
Ayala,
Yeah,
sir.
but they're not limited by the brick and mortar thing. And they
Yes,
can
sir.
be anywhere in the world and provide that service. I was attracted by the fact that they were saying no service fees to transfer to any bank in the world.
Wow.
Wow,
Um,
that's and if you put money in the account, it's 2% interest if you put and leave money in the account. So does that challenge all the traditional banks? Certainly. Do they reach a greater market? Yes, because do they appeal to everybody? No, because some would require the services of physical bank. But for the subculture who wants to just put in money and transfer money without restrictions, say money launderers, then that's an attraction. That's wow.
mhm.
I'll just take a picture of my check and it's deposited. Wow, that's something new, and that's something digital. And just to say that in the digital age, there are certain subcultures which are more critical than others, and Cutler has identified them as three: youth, women, and netizens. So the awareness of that should also influence how we craft our communications program for our brands, for our services, because they behave differently. They don't watch TV, they watch Netflix, they watch YouTube. And if you're just advertising on TV, you'll never reach some of these subcultures. Okay, um, I'll I'll try to wind up where we are. A couple of things. So Ada, can you stop your share of screen? Have you stopped it?
Yes, sir. I did.
Yes. So I'll share my screen. Just a couple of final reminders for this class and for the next classes. I'm sharing my screen now. Okay, this is a nice pic. This is our third meeting. And if you see the picture, on this portion are called the labels, if you want to call it, labels of your digital marketing what level. So the lowest level are inactives, the highest level are creators. And on the top of it, it's saying that in the US, there are 24% of the population who are creators, meaning they publish their own blog, they have their own web pages, they uploaded the video, uploaded music which they created, and write articles or post stories. So in the US, 24% of the population do that. In the European Union, it's 23% for the top 7 countries. Okay, my guess is for most of you, before our first session, most of you were either inactives or spectators, or at the highest level, maybe joiners. No? You're a member of Facebook, you read, no? But some of you may be up to critics or conversationalists. What we have done in our first 3 meetings in Digital Marketing Glass was to raise your level to creators. Now you have your blog, you have your video, not just so you know the experience. In fact, if we are to take Anne's and Anthony's and Ada's experience now, there's an even higher level here. You've conducted your own first webinar or video conference, right? It's beyond our comfort zone. We've not done it before, but hey, it's the first one is always the hardest, but the next ones are so easy, and there are so many applications to be able to take advantage of digital. Okay, so congratulations. Now I can call all of you creators, digital creators, from just being critics or from being just spectators in the digital world. So congratulations, creators. Okay. Again, a little uncomfortable still for some of you blogging or commenting, but now you're a creator, and we'll get better at it. No? Okay. Now I'll go back first to our key document, which is the Excel file, which I'll keep on updating. If you notice, at the top level, the file name now is 12/01/18, meaning it's December 1/18 version as of 3 o'clock. Okay, I've added a couple of things. I put in the grading tab, just to remind you that this is where we are being measured. For those of you who have finished your COSTA report, this is finished. But for everybody else, since we're answering reflection questions and commenting, we are actually filling this up, this 35%, using your blog and participating during the sessions. That's where we are. Next week, there's a small portion called Learning Online, which is Facebook Blueprint. Okay. Before going there, earlier I mentioned that for each activity I use the 0 to 100 scale. Okay, so I grade, say, how you did your video or how you did your COSLA based on this. And then after doing all the weights here, it's only at the end that I translate it to this grading period, grading equivalent. Okay, so that's a more seamless way to compute grades and fairer for everybody. Okay, so if you notice, the passing is what? For the MBA, it's 87. 87 is the passing. So you might ask, how will we be graded for next week's Facebook Online? Remember, we will not have a physical meeting. You will go to Facebook Blueprint platform and take modules there and show proof that you did 4 hours of work, at least. Okay, so here is how that will be graded. You should post your picture of enrollment credit by December 9, that's Sunday, before the end of Sunday. So you post it earlier, that's fine. And I'll make a post where you will post this picture. So for instance, in this picture, this is a portion of my enrollment history for 5 modules. Each module was 15 minutes. So this total is what? 75 minutes, right? 75 minutes. If I submit this, if I'm a student and if I submit it next week, I fail because the minimum time for your submission is 240 minutes or 4 hours of work. All right? If you do that, you get 87 credit, which is the minimum passing. And the more time, as far as the total duration you have, the greater the credit. Now, why am I asking for, say, a minimum time of 360 is like 6 hours, right? When we have a 4-hour class. Because my experience is a 15-minute module, you can actually pass in about 9 minutes. You just read quickly and you can finish it in 9 minutes. So a 240-minute total modules will actually take you about 144 minutes if you're really really focused on finishing it. So it's not really too much time, but the end result we want is by the end of next week, by December 9, you will all have the skills to be able to do not a decent, but a satisfactory Facebook marketing campaign. Okay? Without us having to be in the same classroom at the same time. You can take it at your own pace as long as you're tracking the number of time credit as far as the modules are concerned. Do you have questions on next week's requirement? Comments? None? That's good. That's good. So I think um, okay. Okay, so guys, in case you're wondering, and just to be very transparent about it, actually, sorry, won't be available to answer questions from December 8 and 9 because I actually am committed to an activity which is called the Crazy 32-Hour Run from 9 a.m. of December 8 to 5 p.m. of December 9. Okay, so I committed to this way before the class was assigned to me. So unfortunately, I can't back out. So it's really a crazy run. The longest I've done before was a crazy 24, but next week is a crazy 32. So please don't text or ask or Viber because I won't be able to answer you during that time. But I hope that the activity it's not a disadvantage to you guys. It's really in sync with our schedule, and this is our schedule. We want to be able to do a Facebook marketing plan presentation for you by the 8th meeting. So this is really in sync, and we'll do it anyway. It just so happened that for me right now, it's the best time to do it. Okay, so no other assignments. I'll change this to December 9, 11:59 p.m. No chapters to read. You just need to post your enrollment before December 9, 11:59 p.m. Okay, just a quick look forward. When we meet again on December 15, we'll move on to the next 3 chapters. And we know, or you know, if you're the one assigned to lead the discussions for chapters 4, 5, 6. Because there will be 6 people discussing this, we won't have too much time to discuss anything else. On the new year, probably we'll discuss this. It's too far away, but we'd like to do expert interviews or resource speakers who can add very recent developments in the digital marketing field. I'm thinking we don't need to ask them to come right during our class, which is 1 to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Maybe we can just interview them during Zoom. You can those who have access or know speakers who might be able to add value to this class. We can just interview them using Zoom, record the video, and we'll share that video to the class, right? But if they want to be right here in class, that's also an option. Although, in my experience, if we do that, we're kind of limited by the speaker. Meaning some speakers want to speak for an hour, and we can't stop them because they're our guests. But if it's a Zoom meeting of 20 minutes, we know they'll not, no, they'll focus on the important stuff, and we can have more topics and more speakers to cover. So this is the plan. Again, this Excel file keeps on changing moving forward. So I'll keep on uploading the latest version, and you can see the date and the time on the name of the file so that you know you're looking at the latest version. Okay, so I'll upload this in a bit. Are there any questions for next week and until December 15?
Prof?
Yes.
For the Facebook modules, are there specific modules that we're meant to be taking?
No. Actually, I give you the freedom to choose which ones you think are relevant. And maybe the guide is choose the ones which will help you do a Facebook marketing campaign. Just as a moving forward, the marketing plan will be done on Facebook because of so many features that allows you to choose certain ages, certain target markets, certain behavior. which you can only do using the Facebook platform. What we'll actually have you do is to spend 1,000 maximum of your own money to promote anything. And we mentioned last week that it can be a company, a brand, an advocacy which you have, like Jobel has the autistic group advocacy that she has, a person or somebody you know, an event that's coming up. If you want people to go to a particular event, an application on the cell phone that you want to produce, or a social enterprise. So the choice of the module will be related to what you want to promote and why you want to promote it. Okay? So, but my guess is the more basic ones everybody will be taking, like how to set up a page, what's the metrics. Everybody will find that relevant. But for the rest of the modules, and there are a total of 80 modules, it's your choice. Which one appeals to you? And the only thing that you have to measure is, are you getting enough time credit to hit what you think is your target credit for the activity? Okay, so pretty straightforward. I think each module, 2 to 3 questions. Again, 9 minutes reading time and answering time for me. Very easy but very informative. So it's always been appreciated in digital marketing classes. So
Prof, just another quick one.
Yes.
I noticed there's an e-learning section and there's a certification section. Is it does it fall under the certification section that we need to do these modules, or just e-learning?
So are you on Facebook Blueprint right now?
Yep.
Okay. Just to answer that question, Peter, I'll stop my share, and can you share the screen so we can see it?
Yep.
I'll stop my share now, and you can share your screen.
Okay, how do I do that again? Share screen. Oh yeah, here.
It should appear at the bottom portion.
Okay, it should be there. There you go.
Okay. So yeah. So
So there is an e-learning section and a certification section, or an in-person section.
Can you click on Start Courses? Have you registered yet? Not yet.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, but you need to register. So yeah, you'll be our not guinea pig, our demo. Okay. But to take credit for it, you need to log in so that it will remember that it's you.
Oh, log in now.
Yeah. Okay. Just don't show us your password.
I think it's
Okay.
auto anyway.
Continuous, Peter. Yep. Okay. So now try to click Peter, start courses. Oh, yeah, you need to do that. Then just you need to, yeah.
Okay.
So Facebook has a way for you to get relevant information, which is good because they can target communications that are relevant to you anyway. That's good. Okay, so now you have a Facebook Blueprint account. Now you click Start Courses. And then you can choose any of those modules. So if you notice, each module has a number of time, 15 minutes, and all of that. You can choose whichever one or whichever combination. And as soon as you answer the 2 or 3 questions, multiple choice per module, you'll pass it, and then you can print something like the one I showed on my Excel file, which is an enrollment history.
Okay.
Okay? So it's good that you asked that. Now everybody saw what we're, yeah. And if you click history right now, it will show none. But once you've done a couple of modules, it will show what you've taken and when in this history portion. And you just take a screenshot of that, and that's what you submit first. I'm sure you won't mind posting the screenshot or picture of your accomplishment on your blog, and then post the link to your blog post on our Facebook group page. All right?
Sure.
All right. So again, guys, I won't be able to answer your questions during that time, or maybe even a little after it if I'm still alive. But yeah, we'll be a little flexible. Maybe I'll even extend it to Monday. So just in case you have questions, I'll have time to answer it because it's just me wanting you to do it before you actually do your campaign. So I'll adjust the submission of that picture to something that's realistic for everybody. But I'm sure you will enjoy this. And for me, as well, I'll retake some of the modules because they keep on updating the content over time because everything rapidly changes. So again, this is not a cop-out. This is not a free cut. This is something that's really integral to our course. So I hope you have fun doing it. So yes, any other good questions? Something like Peter's question. So,
Sir, last week on my notes, it shows that we were supposed to send a screenshot after we finished the course. So now we're just going to send a screenshot of all of the courses.
Yeah, just one time, one screen.
Okay.
I'll share my. There's a certificate that you can print if you want per certificate prints of your work. But I guess that's not too important to most of you. But if you look at a previous post, I showed images of, say, now you're seeing creating a Facebook page. Facebook really makes it nice for you. It creates like a certificate that you finished creating a Facebook page without mentioning there that it only took 15 minutes. No? But if you show it to somebody, hey, I did this, I have this certificate, but it only took 15 minutes to finish. So yeah, this summary is what I'm looking for. Okay.
Thank
so
you.
And guys, again, you've seen that I respond to messages on text, on Messenger, on Viber. Feel free to connect to me at any time. If I am not able to answer right away, just be reassured that I will answer before it becomes really important for you. So at the right time, I will be able to answer your concerns. Okay? So is there anything else? Can we just, again, for purposes of the class, can we have this one last class picture for today? Wait, let me see. Where are you? Let's see. How can I see? Oh, I need to stop my share. Stop share so I can see. Okay. Do we fit? There's 2 pages. Okay. So I have to take it twice because there are more people than screens that I see. So 2 pictures, guys. First picture, smile. Okay. Let me just save it. Then I'll have a second picture. You'll see how it looks later. And then I'll go to the second page of this class. Okay. I'm taking another picture. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay. With the pictures taken, guys, it's been another benchmark class. I enjoyed it. I hope you did. Thank you, and see you 2 weeks from now. Okay. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Bye. Put your run, sir.
Yeah, thank you.